Hey guys, John Henry Weston for LifeSite News. You can tell I'm on the road, but I need to make this quick video just to show you what happened. You might have already seen it, but Candace Owens went up against Piers Morgan on Piers' own show. And Piers Morgan is a really bright guy, but you know what? He couldn't take Candace Owens, and it was awesome. So first of all, they talk about Christ the King. You gotta watch this because she defends her saying Christ the King so eloquently. Take a look.
If you find me saying Christ is king to be abhorrent, same thing. You don't have to support me, you don't have to follow me, but let me tell you, I'm going to continue to declare that Jesus Christ is the King of Kings. If you are going to pointedly ask me if I am uncomfortable with the fact that Nick Fuentes also believes that Christ is king, I want every single person in the world to declare Christ is king. Whether you believe them to be a Nazi, a white supremacist, a Jew, a Muslim, it is the phrase itself that I want declared, okay? That's it. That's it, okay?
But it gets much better. Imagine this. He goes after Candace for, in his words, failing to condemn what happened with Hamas. Of course, it was untrue, but nonetheless, she defends herself so incredibly, talking about, hey, she's a Christian, and she covers persecution against Christians because that is actually never covered anywhere else. You got to listen to this spiel. I think it should be memorized by all of us and used. It's so incredible. Watch.
Now, to be clear, I am consistent on all matters. I do not want America involved whatsoever in anything that is happening in Israel. I don't want my dollars sent over to Israel. We should not be supporting Israel. Obviously, Thomas Massey has done a lot of work showing how it doesn't even make economic sense that we have so much debt and yet we're sending money over to support Israel. And the biggest issue, by the way, that I have with Israel in talking about them being above reproach is the fact that they are supplying the arms to murder Christians, okay? In Armenia, the oldest Christian country in the world, and yet nobody talks about that. For whatever reason, it seems to be the circumstance that when Jewish people die in Israel, it's wall-to-wall coverage. But when Christians die all over the world, nobody talks about it. Everyone wants to correlate everything to World War II. Everyone wants to talk about Adolf Hitler, and rightfully so, he was a horrific person. But nobody wants to talk about Henryk Yagoda, right? Nobody wants to talk about the Bolsheviks. Nobody wants to talk about the Christian Holocaust. I am tired of the media, exhausted of the media not speaking about what is happening to Christians all around the world. And it is especially horrific, while at the exact same time that it is happening, the slaughter of Christians in Armenia, the arms being supplied by Israel, that the media turns the other way and says, oh, okay, but what about what's happening in Israel? So you know what I'm asking for? Actual equality. Okay, because it seems like this is like a special category, the special relationship that we have. I'm a Christian first, okay? And so my concerns are going to be with what's happening to Christians all around the world because it is us. We are the #1 most persecuted religion in the world. And all Christians watching this need to realize the time is now to start speaking up because we have been silenced about the things that are happening to us for a very long time. And the media is very clearly not our friend. When there is wall-to-wall coverage of Christians being killed, in Armenia, Christians being killed in Nigeria, and the treatment of Christians in America and all across the globe today, then you ask me if I will use my platform and I will use my voice to speak about what's happening in Israel. How about that?
Okay. I think that's a perfectly reasonable point to make.
And Morgan, he has nothing to say to that because it's so well done. All he can say is very well said. Go watch the whole thing at Piers Morgan's show, but I wanted to give you the highlights. For LifeSite News, John Henry Weston. May God bless you.